have you ever felt unseen? Like really seen, right? Not see me for how you want me to look, but what's really going on. And so I'm walking with her after a long, tired, rigorous, winded, insane, in the membrane, I just want to get home type of day. She says, "How you doing?" And when someone asks you how you doing, what's your initial response? Because for some people it's, "I'm fine." "Oh, I'm blessed and highly favored." "Oh, thank you." "Yeah, we're fine over here." "Yeah, we're doing very well." But deep inside you're empty. You're dying. You're hopeless. You're struggling. You're uncertain. But the rule of thumb is when you hear the question, "How you doing?" that person don't really care. "Oh, they're just asking me." The rule of thumb is to answer the best you that you can be. But what if that's not you in the moment? And so my friend said to me, "No, Stephanie, how are you really doing?" And from that moment on, I was like, wow. My eyes started to open, and I had to go on a quest of the reality of things. How are you really doing in this moment? And granted, some people may not feel comfortable or safe enough to answer that question. So I always say, when God leads you to the opportunity to unpack, if you're trusting God is leading you into that opportunity, unpack. Maybe you're not divulging your life story, but you're taking the moment to actually check in with yourself to see how you're really doing. And if God is leading you to share that, to share, because perhaps that person really cares. Or you may just need in the moment someone to listen. No feedback, no back and forth. Doesn't have to be a conversation, just someone to listen. Because it becomes so important as you're carrying things through. As I was carrying that little girl with me that felt lost, abandoned, neglected, rejected, shamed, blamed, abused, misused, all of that travels with you to the next moment and the next moment and the next moment until you unpack it, until you release it. And sometimes the residue of those things still follow you until you receive a full healing. And so, on my journey of healing, on my journey of personal development, I felt like there was something still missing. God, I need more. What is that thing? And so God began to press me in the identity because I desired, there was something that I was craving. I was unfulfilled. Life was missing something. Have you ever woke up and you're just feeling unfulfilled? Like you know there's more to the life than you're waking up every day and doing the same thing over and over and over? What do you say to yourself? What are your dreams? What are your expectations? What do you aspire to become? Who do you aspire to become? Where did you stop dreaming? Were you able to dream as a little girl? Were you able to explore who you are? And most importantly, whose you are? Have you ever felt like you didn't belong? I remember going to my cousin's house because at that point I'm like, "God, what do you want me to do?" Because I remember Black Planet was out and all these other Microsoft Chat and all these Yahoo Chat, and that's what was popular. So I always said that if I'm gonna go on these websites or if I'm gonna go on these platforms like Black Planet, I want to be able to be supportive to women. I want to help people. I don't want to use the platform. I will always say this. Okay. So one day, as I'm praying about this and I'm asking God to guide me, my cousin was watching TV and I walked into her house and she was watching Housewives of, I believe, Atlanta or New York or one of them housewives. I don't know. but it was earlier on, so that part. And one of the contestants on the show said, "Oh, I'm going to my life coach," and I said, "That's it. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be a coach." And so I went to get my coaching license at the time, and I fell in love with coaching. But then I conformed to the patterns of the world, and I paid thousands of dollars. When I mean I've invested thousands of dollars in coaching, business coaching, regular coaching, storytelling coaching, all of that. Okay? Until I finally realized that it's been in you the whole time. And so your coach brings herself to the table. I thank God for the tools and the resources He provided me with, right? I always say invest in yourself. I've invested so much in myself, and I enjoy, and I thank God for the ability that I'm able to do so. And in return, the tools that I'm teaching, I use it every day, because every day I have to wake up and give it to Jesus. Because I had to sit the little girl inside of me down and say, "No more, baby girl. You can rest now." Because the woman that God is leading me to be this year, this season, God is calling you and I to be victorious women. How does that look like for you? How does that look like for you? I'm not just here to coach and to teach, we're here to do life together. How about that? All right. So I pray you receive today